As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And some room to maneuver. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. That catch good for only a couple.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Being chased out left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Try and run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Buying time to his left. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a jet touchdown. And we'll see if that pick-6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On play action, they'll throw. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half, they've got to turn things around quickly. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Mooney. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On the tackle there, Lonnie Johnson. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Here we go on 4th down. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And, Charles, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. 57 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Jets continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you've got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. So, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Complete with 11 seconds remaining now.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And the half will begin with a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through two quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Flushed out right. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football. Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions. Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play. Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense. ETN on the toss right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around. A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up. Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Second down and 7. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And to give this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now they try the right side here, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. One quarter remaining. remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on second down. Now a handoff looking right. Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make this a 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And now here is another interception. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, this defense, I mean, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Everyone's got four down.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got 4. We got 4. Check 26, check 26.
And now here's a carry heading left. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. That one looks like he'll throw here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man complete to Miller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. The Jets advance to the next round as we say so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.